Hi, everybody. It's Matt Anthony, the founder and president of the Head for the Cure Foundation, here with Dr. Nicole Shonka, medical director and neuro-oncologist at the Buffett Cancer Center at the University of Nebraska Med Center. Dr. Shonka, always so great to see you. You know, I'm a native Nebraskan, so Omaha is in my soul, is in my heart and soul, and we're thrilled to be back here. Thank you
Well,
for all you do.
thank you. We're thrilled to have you back. We're very excited about the upcoming event.
Believe it or not, this is our 10th annual. It's wild how time flies, but so exciting to be back in Omaha, back at Zrinski Park. We moved off the river a few years ago to the suburbs, Zrinski Lake Park, which is a great venue for our Head for the Cure event, and it's upcoming on July 22nd, 8 o'clock in the morning. Another great day. Dr. Shonka, thanks for all you do to support the brain tumor community in the Omaha area and Head for the Cure. It's a great partnership. Um, Tell us a little bit, you're out there, we get people out of the clinic, your
Mhm.
team at UNMC, connecting with runners, walkers, patients, caregivers. How important is an event like Head for the Cure for this community of people fighting brain tumors?
Yeah, I think that's a great question. I think I and my colleagues look at this as kind of a way to reset, to assess and kind of reset our energy for the year, every year. I know I really look forward to this. My colleagues in radiation oncology always come out as well. We're hoping that our neurosurgeons get out there this year too.
So true.
But I just feel, I really feel energized by this event. It's wonderful to see patients. It's wonderful to see some of the pediatric brain oncology community as well that I don't normally interact with day to day since I'm an adult neuro-oncology.
Sure.
And I feel like it's just a terrific event. It also, gives us a good opportunity to revisit with patients and their families and their caregivers about Head for the Cure as a really terrific resource for them, and also, especially through pandemic, a really good way to have these support groups online. Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's well, and we've obviously built a great partnership, and I think that Head for the Cure benefits from the direct connection that we bring patients to you and your team again outside of the clinic, and we've been able to leave funds. I think the dollars that we raise from people who participate and the team support uh, turn right back around and support patient programs and support your research, which I know is so vital. I've always found it in all the years I've been doing work for this community. It's a bit counterintuitive to think that the cancers that have the most need, those that have low survival rates, have the lowest amount of funding, which means the lowest amount of research. And what it suggests is the importance of grassroots organizations like Head for the Cure. It is Tell us a little bit about the vitality of research for brain cancer. How important is it, and how do you get to the finish line in driving research toward a cure?
Yeah, I think that, certainly grassroots foundations like Head for the Cure is very vital. I see patients' eyes light up when they find out that a lot of the money that is raised by our yearly event really stays here. This year, it's going to help, well, I should say from the last 2 years, a lot of that is going to help one of my colleagues, Kevin Zhang. He goes by Kevin. His real name is Chi Zhang.
Oh,
Our radiation oncologist work on some of his lab findings in that androgen
fantastic.
receptor positivity seems to be one of the drivers for glioblastoma. So that's always exciting. I think it's very important too. The National Institute of Health has really tried to focus over the years in getting more glioblastoma funding and research just in gliomas in general, recognizing that it is kind of an orphan disease in that,
Yeah.
yes, while it, has a relatively low percentage, it's only 1% of all adult malignancies is going to be a primary brain tumor. that really is underrepresenting just how many people it truly affects,
Mm.
because it is so devastating a disease. And for every patient we have, as you and I have talked about, right,
Oh
we might
gosh,
have, in a very small circle, 10 people at least whose lives were affected
sure.
by that disease, if not hundreds, depending on what that person does and how large
And,
their family might be. So we're
yeah,
very excited to keep some of
that's
that
great.
that funding here.
Dr. Shonka, we've had some great conversations about that very subject. I mean, the natural question, how many people are affected by a malignant brain tumor? And I know that newly diagnosed is in the, close to 20,000 maybe, but that, as you say, that how many people are affected? Well, family members, loved ones, care partners, caregivers, coworkers, friends. It's in the it's enormous, and I love the conversations we've had, and the you've helped drive new attention at Head for the Cure at the importance of supporting the care partner or the caregivers. That nucleus of people that by the side of people fighting this devastating disease. You see that, you meet them. I know you talk to them, and talk to us a little bit about the sort of shared decision making that comes with you treat the patient, but you support the whole family,
Mm-hmm.
and how do you make those connections, and how important is it to speak to the care partner team, if you will?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. One of the frequent practices I have when I'm meeting with my patients is to ask them if it's all right if I let their family and friends or whoever it is that's with them in clinic give their impression of how things are going and how they're doing. I think we all have it in us to try to say what they know the doctor wants to hear. Say, I'm doing great. Yeah, chemo was fine. I was fine. And then I'll look at the spouse who's shaking their head and they'll say, well, no, remember that one night you vomited all night long? Or
Of
remember,
course.
it took us 2 weeks to overcome that constipation? Or, things like
Yeah,
that are
absolutely.
very important. Yeah, just in treatment support, but also really, we're all in this together. And it's so important to see what our loved ones are going through with patients too, and to try to figure out better ways to support them, better ways for them to feel heard, better ways for us to communicate with them, get them feedback, get them the resources that they need for all the different things that are changing in their lives as well. Of course, we're always going to be taking care of the patient, but it's important to make sure that their whole unit is as supported as we can make them. So.
That's so important. You kind of speak broadly about, so there, the as the disease progresses
Mhm.
and you hit new gates, whether it's a shift in treatment protocol or just a shift in in how you're responding to treatment, that then affects the psychological, uh, the impact on the emotional side of the patient, and of course the relational piece too. Those are all so connected. And I just want to say I've met many of your patients, and you and I have gotten to know each other, and I, the people in the greater Nebraska area are really lucky to have you by their side. And this is a difficult disease, and you bring such knowledge and kindness and empathy that is powerful. And so thank you on behalf of the hundreds of patients that you
Mhm.
treat. It sure matters, and it shows in the way that they turn their love back to you, and I think it's really really powerful. And that's kind of what Head for the Cure is about. Is gosh, we say often that we want to help the patients tomorrow by driving clinical trials forward, by doing the research, so that ultimately this difficult challenge is solved. But along the way, everybody has the todays, and we try to also support programs for the patient experience that help. And I think the event itself is what that's about. So raise awareness, yes. raise money, yes, but ignite some hope along the way and joy and you know, I think that's why we've enjoyed such a genuine partnership and I'm proud of it. So thanks for all of that. Thanks for what you do.
Well, thank you so much. Events like this, like I said, they really fuel the excitement and the energy. You know, it's easy for patients and families and providers too to really get down,
Yeah.
at times by all the obstacles that we've seen and all the setbacks that we can have. That this is really a good time to get together and celebrate celebrate the wins.
Yes, yeah, for
Memorialize
sure.
some of our losses every year too, but it's
That's
really part of the fuel that keeps us going. So
so speaking of optimism, one last question.
yep.
So what, in the few years you've been doing this work, um, what now? What are you most optimistic about, Dr.
Mhm.
Shonka? What are you feeling like, wow, this feels like genuine progress, and I'm excited to share new things with my patient population.
Yeah, I feel that there are a lot of groups out there that are becoming more streamlined in terms of their research. We're starting to turn our attention to looking at things that haven't worked before and what might make them work better. One of the things is the new Cervax M vaccine that was discussed at ASCO. A little more study needs to be done for that yet. I'm also really excited about the IDH inhibitors. Those are for majority are for our lower grade glioma colleagues, but there are a lot of IDH grade 3 and even grade 4 tumors now that then we're going to turn our attention to learning how to best utilize those different, targeted agents. And not only is it looking at how to kill the glioma cells, but also looking at how do we minimize some of the longer term toxicities of the
Sure.
treatments that we've
Better,
been
a
implementing
better
here.
life
So,
for the
mhm,
patient population.
exactly,
Yeah, that's
exactly. So, yeah.
that's well, that is certainly cause for optimism. I think and that, every day there's a chance for a new revolution along the evolutionary path of treating this disease. And that's what Head for the Cure is about. And I want to, just lastly, just thank you, Dr. Shonka, and your team and everybody at the Buffett Cancer Center, University of Nebraska Med Center, across your clinic for the partnership. And we're proud that we've been able to raise over $500,000, and we have a chance to make this year, 2023, July 22nd, Zorinsky Lake Park, our biggest event yet. So now is the time to lace them up, and as you know, we it's a 5K. We do time it, but we take all comers, as we like to say. So run it, walk it, scoot it, uh, however you want to, to pass that 5K. But it's a great time. It's a party. We have a great program, great mementos, our t-shirts, our medals, lots of food, lots of fun, lots of music. It's gonna be a great time, and you'll be out there,
I'll be out there. Yep.
team. That's uh, any last words about encouraging folks? It's headforthecure.org/Omaha. So easy.
Right. That's
Uh,
right. Yep.
that's
Yep.
so join Dr. Shonka and team, and what will be, we think, 7,800 people on July 22nd at Zorinsky Lake Park for our 10th annual Head for the Cure Omaha. Dr. Shonka, thanks again. Thanks for everything. Thanks for your work. Thanks for your partnership. We'll see you in a few weeks.
Thank you so much, Matt. Looking forward to it.
Me too. Awesome. Thank you.